anything with the feet of the washer that can cause any problems that you see?
Yeah, so both top load and front load, a lot of your issues can come from it not being balanced. A lot of
Mm.
people will fall into the trap of getting that big, huge, long level and trying to putting it on the top of the washer and just trying to get it just perfect. So that
Hmm.
really doesn't matter so much. What really matters is that all four of the feet are firmly against the ground. Especially if you have tile, none of those two
Right.
tiles are going to be the exact same height. And so
Hmm.
the best thing to do to make sure your feet are adjusted properly is to adjust the back feet first, get the washer slid into position, and then you want to make sure a lot of, especially the front loads, have kind of a locking nut. So they have one where you can adjust the feet. Once you have it set, you want to tighten that locking nut so it doesn't move. Once you
Hmm.
have it in place, really the easiest way to make sure the feet are adjusted properly is to tighten it to where it seems nice and solid, put a pretty decent sized load in the washing machine, and when it's in the spin cycle, if it's not completely touching the ground, it'll naturally start shaking. Well, when it does that, that foot is momentarily lifted off the ground, and so you can literally by hand adjust the feet as it's shaking until the point where it's not shaking anymore because you've taken up
Yeah.
all that slack and you're letting the washer spinning do all the work for you. And so once it's nice and tight, then you're solid on the ground and you're good to go.
Right, good to know. Yeah, another great sort of little trick. And would that be essentially you're just pulling the washer out for the cases where it is flush to the cabinets and things like that,
Mhm.
and just letting it run while it's maybe out in the center, or I'm just trying to think if you can't if the back feet are hard to access once it's in place.
Right. Yeah, that's always a tough one because you've got
Hmm.
to kind of, adjust the back feet a little bit to where they're not totally flush against the machine, give them a little bit of room, and hope that where it's sitting in the back isn't super duper unlevel because it is really hard to
Mm.
get back there. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, you adjust that, you put it in place, and then even if the back is a little off, a lot of times you can make up for it by adjusting the front feet where it's nice and solid.